Thought for the day. Self-care is the delicate balance between self-sacrifice and selfishness. Welcome to 7 Minutes for Yourself. I'm Christina Aina, and I'm so glad you've joined me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. Let's take this time to reconnect with ourselves and improve our well-being. In today's episode of 7 Minutes for Yourself, we dispel the myth of self-care being selfish. Have a listen.
We are taught in our society all the time that it's selfish to put other people before yourselves. You know, you're supposed to put everybody before you and put yourself last, and otherwise it's selfish to put you first. And the truth is, it's actually the opposite of selfish to put yourself first, right? Your self-care is critical. And I often go to the example of the flight attendant and the airplane who says the thing is going to drop in case of whatever, and put the mask on your own face first. And I think that almost every mom jumps to, well, no, I'm going to put it on my kid's face first. But the truth is, if you've passed out, you can't get the mask on your kid's face. It's super important to put the mask on your face so that you can get the mask on everybody else's face. And in the same light, taking care of ourselves so that we can take care of our families, becoming a mom is a huge change and adjustment in our lives. I speak often about resilience and learning to establish resilience in those spaces between chapter changes in our lives. And becoming a mom is a huge chapter change. And it does take some getting used to. And there's this sort of underlying assumption that we're all just meant to be moms and we're all going to just fall into the role and everything's going to be happily ever after. But it's a big adjustment. That role of wife and mom is a hard one to explain to people. And until you're faced with it, it's hard to understand. So compassion to yourself for understanding that you've now just crossed a line into a whole new chapter of your life, and give yourself permission to have the adjustment space. Give yourself permission to take care of you enough to be able to say, I need 5 minutes. I need a shower. I need a nap. Express your needs, because your needs are important, and your taking care of those needs is important to your family. Because if you don't take care of those needs, you're going to completely deplete. You're going to feel overwhelmed. And once these things happen, you can't offer to your family. You're not going to be in a place to offer to your family. So that's where I'm saying it's the opposite of selfish. To take care of you means that you've filled your cup, that you're now in a place where you can offer your family your best version of you, rather than a depleted, overwhelmed version of you. When my kids were little, they used to all of them used to at random times, they'd look at me and they'd say, Mommy, why is your face like that? And I didn't realize my face was like anything. You know, I guess they were just reading my expression and feeling, again, I'll go to the flight attendant. Like, how often has there been turbulence? And we've looked at the flight attendant to see if she's calm or freaking out, right? And our kids are going to do the same thing. So in a moment where I felt stressed, or I felt overwhelmed, or I was upset or reactive, my kids knew it on my face. My kids knew it on my body energy. And they would ask me, why is your face like that? Or why are you like that? And it was maybe in a moment that I didn't even realize that I was showing anything at all. So if they're feeding off of that without my awareness, imagine what I can offer if I bring awareness to my own self-care, right? So that I'm not offering them a tension and that they are going to feed off it. They don't know any different, especially when they're little. They're feeding completely. Their view of the world is completely based on what you're offering them. So I want to offer them a calm, filled cup mom that's happy and ready for the day, as opposed to one who's depleted, which is going to bring your patience level way down. And we all know what happens when moms have a low patience level. And then we beat ourselves up for the whole rest of the day because we reacted when we didn't want to react. And it's just a snowball of events. So really, self-care for a mom can be as simple as literally taking a shower. I
Yeah.
need 5 minutes in the shower. Let that water run for a while. Take your time, enjoy it, breathe. Maybe it's putting on music. Maybe it's just saying to your family, I need 5 minutes just to go somewhere where you can bring yourself back to you. Take a few deep breaths. Come back to your family refilled rather than depleted.
That concludes today's episode of 7 Minutes for Yourself. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts. Today and every day with your kiddo is a gift. Enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in.